on, do it.
I know. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Lawnchair Sports Podcast. We have a lot to cover, I believe. Some things here, some things there. First and foremost, let's go to the previous week's scoring. I'll get all the fucking points down later because I forgot to do it.
Yeah, I had to miss a week. I was out delivering a baby, but I'm back.
The baby's here.
I'm better than ever.
Detroit, Green Bay, Lions 34-20. Nothing unexpected there.
I didn't realize
Detroit's
Green Bay
looking
lost.
pretty good. What's Detroit's record? I didn't even say, huh?
I think they've lost 2 games.
1-3.
They're 3-1.
3-1.
3-1, yeah. And see, that's a big turnaround because Detroit's always sucked, man. I love it whenever you see these teams who are just,
Who'd they get beat by?
classically bad
I
teams.
think so. No, they beat the Chiefs, didn't they?
That's right. They did beat the
Yeah,
Chiefs.
they did. Yeah.
It's a weird year this year because you
Detroit
have
Lions.
like the Dolphins winning 70-0, and then last week they lost. So I mean,
to the
it's a weird
Bills.
week. So we have Atlanta and Jacksonville. Jacksonville won 23-7. Who gives a fuck about that game? This game right here, the Bills 48-20
Smashing
against Miami. When the Bills weren't doing too well either,
Right.
and Miami's coming off a 70-point game. So that's what I mean. It's weird.
Yeah, so with these high-powered offenses, I would consider the Bills a pretty high-powered offense. Josh Allen, he can sling it. Him and Stephon
Well, so
Diggs.
can Tua.
Right. But I'm saying with these teams, they've been kind of inconsistent in the AFC East.
Then we have Denver and Chicago. Denver coming off a loss, won 31-28, and then the Bears played this week.
Man, I can't believe Denver. That just goes to show you how bad Chicago really is.
I don't know though. They came out this week and
That's true.
R.I.P.
see,
Dick
it's what I mean.
Butkus.
It's weird. Oh yeah.
Yep.
What do you think about all this talk about the NFL being rigged? And I don't necessarily mean there's a script. We've talked about the script thing.
So then, what do you mean rigged?
As far as I wanted to talk about that holding call, the Chiefs and what?
Oh, we'll get to that game.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. My bad.
We'll get into that. But I will say there was that one week where the Rams kicked that field goal to, I guess, hit the parlay when they were losing by a big amount. So there was no even need to kick a field goal.
That's what I mean.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
That kind of stuff.
it's possible.
Seems
I
like it's
think,
real obvious.
Yeah, but
And there's plays where if you pay attention, you just see guys give up on the play. They just quit. They don't try to take an angle. They don't haul ass. It's like they're just watching this guy weave in and
let
out
him
of
score?
everybody. Yeah, to let him score.
there's probably some money being involved.
Well, and there's always stories about NFL players make hints that there is. That
Yeah.
I don't think that. Yeah, like
How
I don't
would it
think there's a
change things
script,
for
but I
you?
think you're right. I think
How would
that,
it change things for you?
I
as a
think
fan?
I think the players should be allowed to bet.
No, but I'm saying, what if you found out that some players were taking plays off and doing shit like that,
Some
missing
like-
tackles on
some
purpose?
Like longest yard shit.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
It would be disappointing, but I'm like whatever.
I would never watch the NFL again.
I don't think it should be illegal.
I would never watch it
Yeah.
again.
That's
Would you?
But hell, that
integrity.
that happens in fucking
That's
college too.
That's integrity.
Do you remember the players from Iowa State that got kicked off because they were betting on
Shaving
themselves and
points?
shit? Yeah, that's why Iowa State's sucking
I don't think
right
it's
now.
right. I don't think it's like you're a professional athlete, but I also don't think you should go to jail for it.
It would make the game so much less interesting.
It
to
would
me.
suck. Yeah, they're gonna lose a lot of money if this is like real.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they would do. It's already. Have you seen that? Like the most televised events in the last 2 years. All of them, but like maybe 3. were
Super
football.
Bowls?
No, football. Just
Football
football
games?
Yeah, football. Like
Probably
Cowboy
AFC,
games.
NFC championships.
Sometime I think because last year or the year before was the World Cup. That's the only reason it wasn't football. So
The World Cup.
Everybody's watching football.
Yo.
I don't know.
Or football.
If we're going to talk about complaints with the
Americano.
NFL, I just wish that even like all sports, you watch like the 80s and the 90s, like basketball and football too, like they were mean and
Oh yeah.
It was a rough ass game.
God, I love that shit. Oh,
It's
even like
different.
somebody did a clip. It's too long in my Twitter likes, but like the early like from 2000 to 2010, all the hits those guys were taking.
Yeah.
It's like wow, you kind of missed that.
Yeah, I
shit.
watched a documentary about Shaq. Dude, I love Shaq. What a great guy.
He's a
You don't
cool
like
dude.
Shaq?
No,
You
he's
like
cool.
Shaq?
I love
yeah.
him. He's awesome.
They say Michael Jordan's the GOAT, but Shaq's my GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shaq's like the goat off the field. He's like
there's
really
the
cool.
there's this
What's his name,
documentary
Diesel?
about him. Shaq Diesel? DJ Shaq Diesel.
The DJ. We saw him last year.
Oh yeah, we did. He's the man, dude. His story, it's he has a really good story. He was a military brat. He was traveling all over the place, and it was his stepdad raising him, and his stepdad was a general, I think I want to say the Air Force. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe the Marines. But he was a tough guy, and he was tough on Shaq the whole time. Shaq was 6'4" when he was 11 years old.
God damn.
He's a
That
Texas
wild.
boy too.
Yep, and then they moved to San Antonio.
Yeah. Then he went to LSU.
Yep.
Yeah,
He
he
was
who?
cold, man.
That's what they say about him.
Yeah, so
for
watch
his,
that Shaq
for his
documentary.
size, like his footwork for his size is unbelievable. Like he shouldn't move like that.
I love the way that he talks, his personality, his sense of humor.
He's funny.
Like
God,
he's
funny.
very relatable.
I love him.
And
I
that
love him.
documentary's on HBO.
That's mine, sir.
Oh, sorry.
I'd kill you.
Roy's about to stab me. Almost
yeah.
got stabbed live on the air.
I'm usually scared of swag, but not in these instances. So we had Baltimore winning 28-3. This is week 4, right?
Yeah.
So we get it right. Okay. Cincinnati, they're doing shitty as fuck.
Man, Cincinnati is
Lost
shit in the
3
bed.
3-27 against the Tennessee Titans.
Let's talk about how bad Cincinnati is. Joe
Can you
Burrow.
go to the record, please?
I think he has. They're saying he has a calf injury or
Of
something like
course they
that.
are.
1-3.
He's 1-3.
But didn't they start off slow before, and then get really
I don't
hot?
think this is slow.
I think they
don't-
start off slow every year.
They do, right?
Except the Super Bowl
when
year.
they went to the Super Bowl, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But he doesn't. I don't know.
Who knows? I have faith they can turn it around, unless they have some serious issues on the O line and D line, which I'm not sure if that's what's going on there. It might just be a lack of offense on Burrow's part. I think he's not throwing the ball down the field. I'm pretty sure he's only trying to check down on everything. I guess Joe Mixon's not doing too hot either, but
No,
that was
they're-
kind of a big surprise there.
Yeah,
Nobody
they're
expects Cincinnati to be that bad.
1-3. Rams won 29-23 against the Colts. Pretty
So-
close game.
Colts are getting Jonathan Taylor back
saw
this
that.
week,
Yeah.
and which is great for any fantasy owners who might have drafted him. I got him in the 5th round because he was still there. I couldn't leave him there. And then the very next day is whenever all that shit fell through with his trade rumors and everything. But
Yeah, you'll be back next week.
the Rams, have you seen Puka Nacua, this rookie who's breaking all these records? Have you
I
seen him?
apologize you for saying that correctly because that's a tough last
I
name.
think
but
that's his name. But,
what's he doing?
So he's the guy who was filling in for Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp was last year's Triple Crown winner, which goes to the best wide receiver in the UFC,
Yeah,
and
in
the
the
NFL. Anyway, he has a hamstring injury.
He's coming back though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's back this week. I drafted him too. That's why my team's
Oh, they play
1-3.
the Eagles.
Anyways, yeah. So Sean McVay, he's their head coach. He's a really good head coach, and he's good at scheming receivers open. And I think this is proof of that, But
And
it's
he's a
kind of
rookie?
tricky. Yeah, he's a rookie. He's from BYU. But he was filling in for Cooper Kupp while he was injured. Well, now Cooper Kupp's back this week, so it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. They're playing against the Eagles today. That's going to be a great game. But yeah, that's something that I don't think we've talked about.
I didn't know about him.
Can you look him up, Brad?
What's his name
Nacua?
again?
Let's see how Bradley spells it.
Puka Nacua.
Puca.
Damn it.
Space. Yeah, there's that guy right there.
Puka Nacua. Oh, that's one word. I thought it was 2.
So just go to news
He's from Utah.
where it says news. Yeah. So where is it talking about
Will Cooper Kupp's return hurt Puka?
his record?
So they can't
No, go back.
play
Sorry.
it with him?
I want to read about the record he's breaking. Inside Puka Nacua's record-setting NFL start. Down, right down
One
one.
more.
I think he's behind only Jerry Rice so far.
Shit.
Let's see if we can just
Scroll down some.
get that out. Where is this?
I don't like to read. Nuka has reset the NFL rookie record for receiving yards and receptions through 4 games. And all
Second player in NFL history with 100-plus receiving yards in 3 of his first 4 pro outings. So, yeah, I think he's just behind Jerry Rice now. But he's probably not going to be able to keep that up with Cooper Kupp
because
back
Cooper
in the
Kupp's
lineup.
like one of the best in the league too.
Yeah, so it's an interesting situation.
They can't work around that and figure out a way to play them both
Surely they can,
because
right?
that's then you have a lot of options.
Put them on opposite sides.
And then you got a run
Before he
game. Because
wants
if they
to-
do that, then you have the run
Before
game.
he wants to trade to go somewhere else.
Puka
Right.
Nacua?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Sorry,
should.
I don't know
He's
what
gonna
your
be
name
on
is.
that. He's gonna be on that rookie contract.
Crazy how all these Samoans come from.
Is that what he is? That's what I've heard. A lot
Yeah.
of
I think he
Samoans
is.
live in Utah.
Yeah, there are a lot of them are Mormon.
Yeah.
I mean, because Manti Te'o, he's actually Mormon, but he went to
USC.
He's a good receiver.
Notre Dame.
He's a
which
big
is
guy,
Catholic.
6'2", I think 215, and he can block. He can run block. So he's definitely an asset. Yeah, but I just wanted to cover that because I don't think we have.
39
Crazy.
receptions and 501. Damn it! I should have picked this motherfucker up on fantasy.
Yeah, I
God
wanted to.
Damn it! Who
I
has
wanted
him?
to. The
Somebody
guy,
has him?
The guy, yeah.
Fuck. All right. Well, let's go back to those scores so we can get into this week's games. So the Rams won. Baker Mayfield's bitch ass beat the Saints 26-9. Watch out for Tampa Bay, I guess. Eagles and the Commanders.
Hey, Baker
Eagles
Mayfield.
barely pulled it through. Is that what I said? Did I say the right name?
What?
Eagles and Commanders.
No,
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Eagles,
But you were hating
Commanders.
on 'em.
Eagles won in overtime on a fucking
Commandos.
field goal. God damn it.
Is it Commandos or Commanders?
Commanders.
Yeah, I mean,
Commies.
it was interesting that Washington played that well against them.
And then they get smacked. by
Maybe
the
Philly was just having an
Bears.
off game, but Philly's looking like
No, fuck them. They're not.
the best team right now.
Fuck them. They have to play some good guys coming up. They're gonna lose 5.
They're
I think
good,
they're gonna
man.
lose 5 games.
They
this
got
year.
a great offensive line. They got a great defensive line. Jalen Hurts at QB. DeAndre Swift's been running the ball well. Fly, Eagles fly, baby.
Anyways, Minnesota, Carolina, 21-13. Minnesota. Who gives a fuck? Houston won 30-6 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who gives a fuck?
Now we got to talk about this because C.J. Stroud, who is a rookie for the Texans, he's their starting quarterback. I think he came from Ohio State.
Yep.
He's been tearing it up too. I think he's thrown
What's their record? Can you look at their record up? Please?
6 touchdowns.
That one.
And they're a Texas
Houston.
team, so you got to show a Texas team who's
2-2.
doing well some love.
2-2.
And with the rookie QB, that's not bad.
I hate Houston. Hate that goddamn place.
You hate it?
Fucking. We'll get into some MLB
Why do you
playoffs.
hate
We'll get
it?
into the MLB playoffs later.
This
so.
ain't baseball, bruh. Come
Nah,
on,
I mean,
man.
but I don't. I mean,
They used to be the Oilers.
Just never really liked the Texans. They've always sucked.
Yeah, they've always sucked, man. But guess what? They got a nice looking rookie who could be their dynasty QB. C.J. Stroud, look out for him.
Chargers won 24-17 against the Raiders. Didn't really pay attention to that game.
Nah.
Hubert, shout out to him. Dallas smoked the New England Patriots 38-3.
What an ugly game. New England
They're not
looks
looking
like
too good,
bad.
and thankfully they stopped Bill Belichick from winning his 300th career win.
Oh,
that would have
dang.
been his 300th. Can you look up all-time wins? Because I believe Andy Reid is right behind him. He's number 3, and I think Andy Reid's number 5. And Andy Reid is about 6 years younger than Bill Belichick. So yeah, Bill Belichick's number 3 with 299.
Don Shula, number 1.
Don Shula's got 328. Then we have 318. Then we have Bill. Oh, Andy Reid's right behind him with 250. So I
Oh,
don't,
wow.
I
I
do
didn't
not
realize
know.
that was that close.
I do not know if he'll surpass Bill Belichick,
That'd be interesting
but
to watch.
maybe I think we have 2 factors here. The
Damn,
Patriots
Reid
not being too good.
Reed just tied Tom Landry.
Who did?
Tom Landry.
Oh,
Andy Reid.
Andy
just-
Reid?
Yeah.
Andy Reid being a little bit younger and on a better team.
Are these all-time wins?
These are all-time wins. Might pass Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick might be number 1 by the end of his career. We'll see.
But whoever gets,
He's going to get 300 probably within the next few weeks.
that's what I'm saying. They're going to catch the guy at number 2, right? And then, oh, man.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick might end up being number 1
Andy Reid, number 2?
because we're
or
looking
vice
at
versa?
maybe 5 seasons to take number 1. That's 28, 29 wins.
Uh-huh. How much longer do you reckon he'll coach?
He's 71, so I don't know.
And look how bad their team is this
I think
season.
maybe 4 or 5 more
Is he
years?
chasing that?
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, he's about to get 300, so I mean,
Yeah,
Parcells
why
at number
wouldn't you?
12. Where's Tomlin? Oh, there he is.
Mike Tomlin, number 16.
Fucking Jeff Fisher's in this list.
I
From the
can't believe
Titans?
Pete Carroll's on there.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll's number 17.
Wow.
I mean, he had a run with the goddamn Seahawks.
Seahawks there for a little bit whenever he didn't hand Marshawn Lynch the ball. That's another thing I
He
want to
laughed
talk
at his
about.
face.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
podcast clip. I watched the entire podcast.
I didn't watch it, but I saw
Shannon
the clip.
Sharp and Marshawn Lynch. It's a good watch. I would go check it out. Marshawn's another one of those very relatable characters, man. Really funny guy, good sense of humor. He's really good at telling stories, and he tells good stories. He was talking about whenever he was at Cal and Aaron Rodgers was there.
Oh yeah.
Marshawn got an opportunity and he went the wrong way on the handoff, and Aaron Rodgers like handed him the ball off behind his back.
Aaron Rodgers is a real deal. He'll be back this year, I think. At the end of this podcast, we'll do this segment, and I just thought about it. All-time coaches
Okay.
of all sports. 3. We'll give our 3.
Okay.
But there you go. So let's go back to the scores, please.
Can I-
surprising that Pete Carroll's there.
Can I name my elementary PE coach?
No, professional.
Shout out to Coach Reagan. She's a beast. She's still doing
Is
it.
she pretty?
She looks kind of like Rambo.
Never mind. Arizona loses to San Francisco 35-16. Kansas City barely beats the Jets 23-20. I think the Jets should have won that game. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Okay, so let's talk about the NFL's rigged here.
I think they should have won that game.
If you remember correctly, when the Eagles and the Chiefs played in that Kelsey Bowl,
Don't give me this shit because they missed the call against the Chiefs early in the game, motherfucker. Early in the game, they missed the fucking call.
but when it mattered the most,
Nah, hell no. I
they
know what
call
you're talking-
holding. It wasn't a holding.
Oh, you're talking about this holding call when the long play against the Jets, right? Is this what you're about to talk about?
No, I'm saying the exact same thing happened in the Super Bowl last year
Okay, yeah.
with the Eagles and the Chiefs. They call holding when there's no holding, and they did it in this game too.
That was a super holding when he scores first down on like 3rd and 30 or something.
and then they
But
add.
there was another shit back in the backfield too, though.
But you add the whole Swift element to this, and how they're giving so much attention to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce,
Fucking A, man.
All
We
this-
missed that last week.
all this bullshit, right? And so it's like,
Mr. Pfizer, Travis Kelce.
if Mr. Pfizer loses,
God damn.
then the Swift hype is just gone. So they call a holding on Sauce Gardner that was not a holding. I'm sorry. And Patrick Mahomes gets to extend the drive and win the game. Isn't it funny how they treat what's his name? Fucking Zach Wilson.
He
He played well that game.
He ended up doing really well because I think it was 17-0 at one point, and then they bring it back, and he's throwing darts.
The Zach Wilson situation. So
He's throwing darts.
basically, do you remember last year whenever he was getting benched and everybody was hating on him?
Yeah, you were, or I was,
Yeah. And then it's like he got publicly humiliated
because he's fucking dudes' moms and shit or whatever.
to
the
the
fuck.
but to the point
Oh,
where
yeah, that was him.
That
huh?
was him.
He's
People-
BY from BYU too. Huh?
yeah, he's from BYU. People like him though. Like he won everybody over somehow. And he's kind of douchey, but he's innocent. He just seems like an innocent dude. Well, now everybody's like on his side. And it's pretty funny because you see all his teammates coming up to him and consoling him, patting him on the back, and just trying to tell him, you know. And I think a lot of that had to do with the Aaron Rodgers thing. Aaron Rodgers coming in,
Big bro in
took
his
him
ass.
took him under his wing, big broed him. They got a lot of love on the what's it called Hard Knocks, HBO Hard Knocks, and that game was pretty interesting for
I
a
think,
few reasons.
I don't even want to talk about the Swift and Kelsey thing. It's stupid.
Mr.
I
Pfizer,
think it's he's Mr. Pfizer now, and
Aaron Rodgers called him
What do you
out.
mean he's Mr. Pfizer?
he did a commercial for Pfizer about the COVID vaccine and all that.
Oh shit!
And Aaron Rodgers was on
it's
Pat McAfee.
it's just me being dumb.
So did Lady Gaga.
Well, anyways,
Wait, yeah, did you know how Peyton and Eli Manning have their show that they do on NFL?
I like it.
Because did you see Peyton's reaction when
The Manning cast.
when Aaron got hurt, and then Peyton's like, "Who's the quarterback?" And Zach Wilson came out. He's like, "Zach Wilson's still on the Jets." He had no idea because everyone was all
Yeah,
about Aaron Rodgers.
He just took his spot, dude.
Yep.
I think if the way he played in the second half,
He
if
has the talent, right?
if he plays like that throughout the season, they will be really good because he was he was playing like Aaron Rodgers, like the announcer said. I stole that from him. Yes, he was playing like Aaron Rodgers. They should have won that game. I'll just give it to you right now. They should have beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs are not doing
Too hot.
extremely well. They should have won that game like 100-0. They didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, God. But we won anyways. So fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
We
The Patty Pats.
Lubbock won. Anyways.
Lubbock won.
Texas Tech won the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir. Hey, your boy was out there hanging out with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
That was
A
pretty
guy
cool.
I used to play football with, his name's Summit Hogue. He was a special teams guy for Tech. and there was a
He was in the
picture of him in the press box. He's wearing a tech jacket.
Sweet ticks.
And I messaged him. Well, I posted on my story, and I was like, hey, Summit, I see you, and I sent him a personal message saying, hey man, hope all is well. And he goes, you too, playa. And I just thought it was kind of funny how he's sitting next to Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds,
Hell yeah.
and Hugh Jackman. And he sent me a message from that press box.
You should have told him to take a selfie. You told him.
He probably did.
So,
Send it.
hell yeah.
Seattle
That's badass.
Monday night won 24-3 against the New York Football Giants. Who gives a fuck?
Those are two teams that nobody really cares about.
Those are also two of those teams that are like they might win against an opponent they're not supposed to, and then they lose.
Yeah, so I was
Shit.
streaming quarterbacks, and I had the New York Giants. Daniel Jones is horrible.
They gave him all
paid
that
him a
money.
lot of money,
They gave
yeah.
him all. I think he's got the highest
No
contract, if I'm not mistaken. I looked it up recently.
Who?
Can you put in biggest NFL QB contracts? Daniel Jones, the starting QB for the New York
Oh,
Giants.
no, I'm sorry. It's Joe Burrow. It's Joe Burrow.
Oh, it's Burrow. But still, how much did they pay this guy? Because he's not worth it. Promise. Oh, real quick while we're looking that up.
Quarterback.
Another thing that I didn't bring up was our other
Joe Burrow.
badass rookie quarterback, Anthony Richardson for the Colts. Have you been keeping up to Anthony Richardson?
I don't pay attention to the Colts.
Well, now that you're
Maybe
a
I should.
sportscaster, Roy,
I got to, don't I?
you got to keep your eye on these.
Get out of that website. It's
hey,
suspicious.
Brad.
Get out of that website.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah, this website.
Close it. Yeah, close it. It's suspicious. Get out of there. All right, go to that one. It was Joe Burrow. 'Cause
Anyway, Anthony Richardson, check him out.
It was Joe Burrow on the list at $275 million. That's not in order.
There's no way that's
These
got
are
to be
all time,
old.
I think.
This isn't in order. But Joe Burrow is number one. I did look that up. It's not Zach Wilson. Anyway, so yeah, that was week 4. Get out of these websites. You're going to give me my computer a virus.
Shit.
So can you go to week 5? Thursday night, the Commanders and the Bears played. I didn't watch that game. Had some family business to take care of.
So yeah, Justin Fields threw for
Fucking
4
killed it.
touchdowns, I believe. Is Jacksonville beating Buffalo? They sure are.
24-13.
Wow.
They are in New England, or not New England. They're in England.
Look, that's the guy I was trying to get you to trade me.
Fuck
He just
yeah!
got a 35
he just
yard
got me all these points, motherfucker. Fuck you! I told you he was gonna do good. Swag over here hadn't talked to me in weeks. And was like, "What's up, man?" I thinking he just wants to catch up. Nah, he wanted my best player on my fucking fantasy
come
roster.
on.
But
it was not like that.
he's my most consistent player
It wasn't
when
like
he
that, dog.
scores. And look, I can. Oh, my phone's over there. Never mind. But I think there was. So yeah, the
Got some
Bears
picks
won
coming up.
40-20.
Oh yeah, the
I
Bears.
think.
Yeah,
Can you go up a little bit?
the Bears beat the
Scroll.
Commanders. Justin Fields is finally running the ball, doing his thing. He's
After
really
you said
fast.
that they had complaints with
The Bears,
with
yeah,
the coaching, right?
they're having some issues.
So yeah, so that game already happened, and then one's going
reported-
on right now.
Remember we reported that fake news?
Yeah, whoops. Good thing nobody listens because we'd have been in
Ain't
trouble.
nobody
Wait,
listens.
what did y'all report?
Somebody got FBI raided or some shit. I don't know. It was,
Allegedly.
but this was all according to Pat McAfee. So you guys blame him.
Who's
not
our
us.
source?
We love Pat McAfee, by the way. One of these days when we get a better studio, we're
Hell
gonna be
yeah.
standing up doing this because
Yeah, buddy.
that's really cool.
With the black white beaters on. Black beaters.
Damn,
Is that what you call them?
wife beaters.
Wife beaters.
What do they
but a
call? What
black
do the
one.
guineas call them?
I don't know.
I don't know.
They call it
Casual wear.
They call it something else.
All right, who we got?
I think
got?
it's actually called that.
Carolina Panthers are 0-4. Are they the only 0-4 team in the NFL right now?
Perhaps.
I think they are.
Before that, though, there's Houston and Atlanta. That's a shit game. Who gives
Houston
a
and Atlanta. I'm gonna tune in. Listen, I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna tune in.
Because you
got-
like Houston.
No, there's 2 really good rookies who are playing, right? So when you really become an NFL fan, you don't have allegiance to one
When
team,
you,
Roy.
a real fan.
A real fan, you become a fan of certain players. Like I said, C.J. Stroud for the Houston Texans. He's got 6 touchdowns and no interceptions at this point in the season. That's worth watching. The Atlanta Falcons. Have you seen Bijan Robinson?
Yep.
He is bad. I know Bradley's a fan. He, running back from UT.
Hell yeah.
Check him out.
I got Houston on that one.
I'm gonna take Houston. I like C.J. Stroud.
We have Carolina in Detroit.
The 0-4 Panthers.
While I do pick Detroit, I wouldn't be surprised if they lose this game. But I'm going to pick Detroit.
I'm taking Detroit, and I won't be surprised when they win.
Oh, yeah, me either. Tennessee and Indianapolis, this is another weird game. But, I go for the Titans, so that's who I'm going to pick.
I'm going with the Colts. They got Jonathan Taylor back in the lineup at running back. They got another great rookie quarterback, Anthony Richardson. Yeah. I try to get excited.
But Derrick Henry's been doing good, man. He's finally waking up.
Is he warming up?
Yeah, he's doing really
good. The
good.
big fucking diesel running back. Stiff arming people.
Huge. New York and Miami. I think Miami wins.
Dolphins are gonna tear that ass up, boy.
We'll maybe see another 70-point game.
How many touchdowns is Tyreek Hill gonna have?
I'm giving him 3.
3 TDs 21. For Tyreek.
New Orleans and New England. I'm going with
Nolans
and England.
I'm going to go with New Orleans. I like them.
Yeah, New Orleans, they got Alvin Kamara back.
Bill Belichick does not get his 300th win this week.
I really like Derek Carr, but he was out. I hope he's back.
I like that dude. What's his name? That versatile dude. He's pretty good.
I always forget his name. It's so hard to remember his name.
You know what I'm talking about?
Who?
He plays running back, quarterback, receiver.
For New Orleans?
Fuck, I can't.
Number 7?
Oh, Taysom Hill?
Taysom Hill.
Yeah, he's from BYU too.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Maybe one of these years we'll make our way over there because they're in the Big 12 now.
I know him because he beat UT, and that's when Mac Brown got fired. So he's the reason why Mac Brown got fired at Texas.
Was he a quarterback?
He was a quarterback, yeah.
When we talk about college football, can you tell me what's going on with that player at North Carolina? Do y'all know anything about that?
The one that he switched his eligible.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
He came back yesterday. Yeah. I didn't know anything about it. I just saw it on the news. Baltimore and Pittsburgh, I guess I'll give it to the ugliest quarterback in the league. What's his name? For the Ravens.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. I'll give it to him.
All right. Yeah.
Joe
I'm going
Flacco.
with Lamar Jackson, too, and the Ravens. The Ravens are really good, man. Their defense is solid.
This will be an interesting game. I really do think Philadelphia is going to lose this game against the Rams.
You always pick against Philly, bro.
I will always do it. But I'm legitimately...
But the Rams are heating
because
up.
of the game, they barely beat the Commanders.
They play to their level of competition.
Cooper Kupp and this fool you just talked about. I don't know. We'll see.
Puka
Yeah, that dude. I think the Rams will lose this one. I'm assuming you're going with Philadelphia.
I'm going with Philly, buddy. 4-0 right now. They are the only undefeated team. No, they aren't. San Francisco's also 4-0.
This is a shitty game, I guess. Cincinnati and Arizona.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know who's going to win this one.
That's
it's
a tough
anybody's
one.
game.
I
guess I'll give it
watch.
to Joe Burrow.
Nothing really worth tuning in there. I'm not going to lie to you.
Who you got?
I'm going to go with Arizona.
The odds are in Bengals' favor, so I'll give it to
All right, I'm going with Arizona.
But, okay, so back. My upset, Rams.
Okay.
New York Jets and the Denver Broncos, another 1-3
So
game.
the Denver Broncos have one of the worst defenses of all time at this point in the season. Statistically, they've given up more yards on defense. And they're on track to be one of the worst defenses ever. So I'm going with the New York Jets. Look for Zach Wilson to bounce back in a big way. This is where he's going to get his swagger. That's where he's going to let his nuts hang a little bit. He took off his little bandana that everybody makes fun of him for wearing.
Yeah, I'll go with the Jets as well. Kansas City and the Vikings.
Got to go with KC, man.
Yeah, me too.
We're riding the Swifty bandwagon all the way to fucking...
Son of a bitch.
Where's the Super Bowl at this year? The refs are going to help
It's in
Kansas
Vegas,
City. Might as well be.
Vegas?
Perfect.
Which one?
The Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This year, yeah.
This will be the game of the week. It's going to be a really good game.
Cowboys and the Niners.
Comes down to,
Hell
for me,
yeah.
I think it comes down to defense, who can make the biggest plays.
All right, here's the question. Dallas Cowboys versus the 49ers. The Cowboys are 3-1. They got a great defense. The Niners, 4-0. They're looking badass. They're looking like the Super Bowl champs. How many Mexicans... how many domestic violence calls will be dialed into the Lubbock area 911 during the Dallas Cowboys San Francisco 49ers games? How many Mexicans are going to fight their drunk deal over this game? That's the question.
There's a lot of Mexicans that like the Cowboys
And the
Niners and the Raiders. That's their teams.
Yeah, boy.
I
And the
think,
Chiefs now.
I think if the Cowboys can contain McCaffrey, they win the game. So,
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna go with the Cowboys here.
I'm going with the Niners, baby. Christian McCaffrey, the baddest white boy in the game.
Nobody's giving Purdy his goddamn credit because he's unbelievably good right now.
Yeah.
On paper, he's better than Mahomes.
And we're going to see Purdy versus Dak head-to-head.
I think this might be a preview of the NFC Championship.
Oh, yeah. If the Cowboys can make it there.
Yeah. Because, well, we'll see in a few weeks when Philadelphia plays San Francisco, which they are. So, for me, Cowboys. Who you got, Bradley?
Niners.
Go Niners.
Again, I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners. It's going to be a good game. It's Sunday Night Football. It's going to be
Hell
awesome.
yeah, I'm excited about that
It'll
one.
be really nice. Monday is Green Bay and the Raiders. Who gives a fuck about this game? But
Yeah, nobody really cares about that.
I'll give it to the Raiders because I like them.
I'm going with Jordan Love and the Packers.
There you go, people. That's week 5 of the NFL. Oh, yeah, we already covered all that.
That's that.
You guys want to talk about college football before I get into
Go Buffs.
baseball? They won yesterday.
Yep, they came back. They were down. They had a tough
the
game.
UFC, the Trojans? Who? No, they didn't beat. No, Arizona State.
Arizona State. Yep.
They got beat by USC.
Let's talk about the Red River Shootout. It was a
Oklahoma
pretty
and
good game.
Texas.
University of Texas coming in ranked what, Bradley, number 3?
Number 3.
Number three
against
overall.
Number 12.
Number 12. We got
There's going to be a rematch though.
I don't.
with the Big 12 championship, Oklahoma
Yeah,
and
probably.
Texas.
But is this the last Red River Shootout?
No, they're
going to keep the rivalry?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
going to
Bradley
the
gives me a
SEC.
call and says, "Are you watching this game?" So I wasn't watching it. So I turned it on and I'm texting Bradley the whole time and he's not responding. He was pretty pissed.
It was back and forth though, right?
It was very back and forth, and there was like
It was a good-ass
there was
game,
It was
though,
a really
right?
good game, and there was some. What fucked up Texas was that last drive. They committed a pass interference that ended up giving Oklahoma the next possession, a first down. They scored the touchdown with like 20 seconds ago. That's what fucked them up.
I saw the very end.
As soon as Texas took the lead within the last minute, I personally said they left too much
It
fucking
was
time.
30 to
on the-
27
Yeah, they
yeah.
they left too much fucking time on the clock.
because it was 27-27, and then they drove and did that.
No, it was
20.
it was 20. It was 30 to 27, and then Oklahoma scored the last touchdown.
So who beat OU?
Well, that's what I mean, though.
Yeah.
It was 27-27. Texas
Yeah.
takes the lead with like a minute left.
But Oklahoma stopped them. It was like 2 or 3 drives. Texas could have scored, and
On inches, they stopped them in the end zone. That might have been the play, too, that turned the game around like this much, literally this
Has
much.
OU lost this season?
do what?
Has OU lost this
No,
season?
they were both undefeated. I think this is like the 7th time Texas and OU had met each other while being undefeated. The last time this happened was 08.
Nice.
So after that, I was
like
watching baseball, but then I was turning back to the football. Notre Dame lost
Yeah,
to number 25, I think, Louisville.
Louisville.
Yeah, so that's another
But
upset fucking Notre
my
Dame.
other
That's my
school-
other team I like, by the way.
Big 12 schools on Friday. Oklahoma State beat Kansas State.
Tech won
Tech beat
pretty
Baylor.
big.
Big one.
Baylor had some ugly uniforms. You see it? They're
Yeah.
rocking the
That's
all
what we
yellow.
were talking about
Bradley.
because last week you had mentioned when I was watching y'all, you had mentioned about West Virginia
Yep.
having those yellow uniforms, and I was like, it's the same for Baylor. I hate when they have the bright ass colors.
Any other upsets?
Mac Brown's doing pretty good at North Carolina.
Yeah, can you tell me what the fuck happened with this
I
this
think-
eligibility shit?
I guess at first they denied his eligibility, and then they surprised
Because he's a
them.
transfer?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think it was like he transferred, then he came back, and then they denied him eligibility. Well, I guess they fought, and they were able to give him back his eligibility.
I didn't realize Mac Brown was at North Carolina.
He used to before he went to Texas. He was at North Carolina.
Okay.
He's a Tar Heel?
Yeah, he was a Tar Heel, and then yeah, he's back to where he is, and he's doing pretty badass.
40 to 7.
He's
It
number-
kind of
he's
makes
number
you
14.
like I've been telling people because he got fired in 2013.
Uh-huh.
Like, what would the timeline have been if he was still at Texas? Like,
He might have beat Oklahoma.
Right.
I mean, because his contract,
crazy that they did
his
that.
contract was supposed to go through all the way to 2020.
Okay.
So if he had coached all those years, he had just barely stopped getting paid by Texas. So he's one of the richest coaches because he was still getting paid. But then boosters wanted him out, and they bought out his contract.
Damn. Alabama barely won 26-20 against A&M.
I still think Alabama's gonna, still compete for the playoff.
Maybe. If Mr. Primetime can continue on with this program, he might replace Nick Saban as the school to go to
Yep.
in Alabama.
Kansas won big against UFC, 51-22. Let's
Michigan
see.
smoked Minnesota.
Colorado barely won against Arizona State.
Lots of football being played. I love it. I missed it all though. Yesterday I was at the golf course drinking beer.
Iowa State beat TCU 27-14. Tech 139-14.
USC barely won, 43-41.
I think USC's overrated.
Three overtimes.
They don't have a defense, and then Arizona just sucks. Like you don't.
Oh
have,
shit! It was 3 overtime.
Yeah, you don't have that close of a game against Arizona if you want to be.
Right.
Well,
Who is going to be the one to knock off USC? They haven't played Oregon yet, have they? I think Oregon
No,
will beat
not
them.
yet.
that'll be a good game. Did we talk about that on here? Oregon and Colorado?
Yeah, we
Did
did.
we come on here? Okay.
we did.
But then the next week we didn't do it was when they got beat by USC.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they came back, though. Did you see that game?
They did, yeah.
Oh, they got to play Notre Dame at Notre Dame.
They might lose that one.
They got to play Utah, Washington, Oregon, and then UCLA is always a weird game too.
So they got a bunch of
Oregon will beat them.
They got
I'm
a-
surprised Washington's that good.
They got some ranked teams in this USC, right?
How is Notre Dame ranked number 10 whenever they've lost 2 games?
Well,
No, they just lost again, so they're not going to be.
okay. I was about to say.
they'll probably go down to like 17,
Yeah.
probably.
And where's OU going to go? Top 5?
We didn't talk. Did we talk
Probably.
about that game? The Notre Dame Ohio State game?
You just said that they lost.
Oh yeah, on the fucking last play of the game.
Texas
Last play
probably
of the
moved
game.
down to number 7 or 8, probably.
Get them out of the top 10. Jesus Christ.
Tell them, Brad.
Shit,
Why do they deserve to be there? How good is Quinn Ewers?
he's good, a lot better than last year. Apparently, last year he was just partying it up. If you look at towards the end of the year, he was all chubby. He had all that beer fat on him, and then over the offseason, he lost 20 pounds worth of fat.
Imagine all that pussy was being thrown his way. Jesus.
Shaved his mullet too.
You think he's into that?
You're the quarterback at Texas. Come on now. Any
All right,
quarterback
all
of like
right,
top
all right.
25 teams, they're going to get all that pussy.
All the puss.
Yeah.
Save some for the rest
Can
of
you
us.
look up the MLB playoffs? I will say this. Clayton Kershaw for the Los Angeles Dodgers will go down as one of the best pitchers of all time.
Uh-huh.
Didn't get but 1 out yesterday because they got 6 runs without even getting an out. Before an out, they got 6 runs. Arizona takes game 1. Ended up winning, I think, 11-2.
So is that like a run rule type thing?
No, there's no run rule at all in any of it.
Oh, he's
But-
saying he got pulled?
So, like, his first inning, they scored 6 runs
So he got pulled out?
before even getting an out. Yeah, he got pulled out in the first inning of
Jeez.
yesterday's game in the divisional series. So, yeah.
Is he dealing with injury or something?
No, apparently he's not good in the playoffs.
Huh.
Texas hasn't lost a game yet. Texas Rangers pulled out a 3-2 win against the Orioles. That was a really good game.
Are they the favorite to win it all?
No, I think this bitch ass Astros are. So before that, Josh Jung doing his goddamn thing in the wild card and in yesterday's game. I think he hit a solo home run yesterday.
He's a bad dude,
He's
huh?
making defensive plays to stop the game. You know, he's doing his fucking thing.
Future Hall of Famer?
Well, that was too early. I don't know. But
That's why I said future.
the Rangers are looking really good. If they continue this streak into it, they might stand a chance against Houston Astros, who are just as dominant as ever. God damn, while the Twins left a lot of runners on base, it was a 5-0. I was watching the game yesterday. The Astros were winning 5-0. They pulled Justin Verlander after a phenomenal game in the 7th inning, and they ended up scoring 4 runs. It was 5-4. Then
When are you going to cross over to the dark side and
And then
start
that-
cheering for Houston?
if they win again, I like Dusty Baker. But if they win again, then they're just undeniably. If the Rangers and the Astros go to the championship series, whoever wins that one, I will root for in the World Series.
How are you not a big Diamondbacks fan?
I am.
And tell me about the Diamondbacks.
I just
bruh.
fucking told you they won 11-2 against Clayton Kershaw in the game, man.
I know, but who do they got?
They got a good pitching staff. They got not Matt Scherzer.
They don't have like a high profile
Well, no,
guy?
they got a bunch of young guys that I don't know.
It's a young team.
Young guys that
Okay.
are doing very well.
Okay.
And they got they got a veteran at third base.
Because
and
I've heard some of these names.
Evan Longoria is
Yeah.
a veteran. He's at third base. He made some good plays in the wild card series against the Brewers. I
The
just can't-
Dodgers are good too.
No, they got beat yesterday. So there was an interference call yesterday, catcher's interference call, that should have been overturned, but they didn't. And all the Braves fans started throwing beer on the field.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was.
Is that something we can watch?
It
Is
was
there a
just
clip
funny.
of that?
Can you go to that? Go to
I want to see that.
maybe you go to my Twitter and my likes. No. Yeah, just
Were
go
they
to-
throwing
just go to
beer
YouTube.
cans?
Yeah, they were just throwing shit on the field. It was a very controversial because if the catcher, when the batter swings, if the catcher,
Extends his hand and
if
hits
they
the
hit
bat.
it, then he gets a base.
Free base.
Which fans were they?
Braves fans throw trash on the right there. Check out episode 248 of the Snake Pit. See it was.
Barely he touched it.
You could see like the little fringes of his glove. You can't see it on this angle, but
Just minute.
barely moving.
Yeah.
If you zoom in, it is what it is. They started throwing beer cans on the field.
Sheesh. You will be arrested.
Look at that. You see that?
How are they getting it over the net?
When you're up that high, you can just toss it up there.
Jeez.
But so playoff baseball is looking really good. I'm excited.
So that call affected the game though?
Oh nah, Philly ended up winning. I think yesterday was the second time. If anybody knows like baseball, Shane Victorino hit a grand slam for the first time in Philly's history in playoffs 15 years ago, and then there was one yesterday. Phillies are looking mighty good. Diamondbacks are looking mighty good. Astros are looking mighty good. Probably the best. And the Rangers are looking mighty good. So we'll see. Like I said, whoever comes out of the AL, I'll be rooting for. Probably Houston. God damn it, probably. But whoever. Now's the time to watch baseball.
You're going to flip-flop right now?
I'm fucking rooting for the Rangers,
October?
man. Josh Jung, he's Texas Tech. Come on. But we'll see.
So when do they play?
I think today or tomorrow.
Houston and Texas?
Well,
When
they
will they
got to
play
win.
each other?
If they win, then they'll play each other next week
Okay. That's when I'll watch.
in the divisional or the championship series.
That would be a
the-
pretty big deal, huh?
Fuck yeah, dude.
How many times do they play each other?
I don't think they've ever done that in the playoffs.
Hell yeah.
Can you scroll down and see what the schedule looks like? So game 2 Sunday, and then game 3 will be Tuesday,
Okay.
and then so go down. It'll start. The championship series starts next weekend.
So do you think the Rangers will beat the Orioles?
Yeah, and then I think it'll end up being between the Rangers and the Astros,
Hell yeah.
which will be fucking awesome.
Go watch it. Get a ticket.
I was thinking about it.
That'd be
I really
pretty
was.
big.
I really was
That'd
thinking
be
about
nuts.
it.
That's never happened before, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'll be really, really trying to seat geek in the upper deck, trying to go to that game, man.
Get you a $300 ticket in the upper deck.
Goddamn. I really would. But then what if I blow my load and they go to the World Series? I can't go to the World, I don't know. I'm going to really, really try if this happens. I'm going to really try. Just know that.
So the World Series, though, it's a series. So some of the games would be here in Texas, and then some of them would be against whoever.
Yeah, so they split it up because the NL won the All-Star game, so they have home field advantage.
When's the last time that the Rangers were in the World Series?
A couple years, about
Not too
maybe
long
like
ago.
10 years ago
10?
when they lost to the
Twice.
Phillies.
Twice.
Yeah, they lost twice. That year I went to one of those playoff games. It was crazy. It was awesome. Now's the time to watch baseball if you want to watch it.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna tune in.
I
I'm
don't know.
convinced now, Roy. That was a good sale. I'm in.
Yes. So I don't know what else is going on in sports. I think there was some UFC maybe.
Nothing too crazy, I don't think,
Mateo's
going on
about to
anytime
fight.
soon. Hell yeah. Shout out to
Next
Mighty
week?
Mateo. He's fighting next week. Yep.
Yeah.
Fighting for the 135-pound peak championship world
Are you
title.
going to that?
I'm going to be there. I'm excited, man. We've been training hard. He hits me up. We go run at May Simmons. We'll spar. We'll do all kinds of hard-ass shit. He's hard to keep up with. And I'm feeling like he really has this guy overmatched. You know, this guy's a knockout artist, but Mateo could take a punch. He could give a punch. You know, he's more well-rounded in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm really hoping that he brings home
So
a
how
good
many
dub.
wins if he wins this one? How many is he away from potential UFC?
So, assuming he wins this one, that means he's about 1 or 2 fights away from getting a call from Dana White. So I'd say about a year and a half out.
Nice. And he's young. So
Yeah, and he's real young. I mean, eventually it's going to happen. It's just a matter of how soon.
he's going to get a bout
Yeah.
in it.
How soon, yeah.
That'd be so cool to see him.
It's exciting, man.
Then he'll really be tested, huh?
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, that'd be
I thought
awesome.
about calling him, seeing if we could have him call in, but I think he's working. He's busy
Yeah,
at the
busy,
moment.
man. He's going
Busy
to
guy.
focus up on that shit.
Yeah, so shout out to him.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I think that's pretty much it, right?
Top 3 coaches of all time.
Top 3 coaches of all time. Any sport at any level?
Yep. I got mine.
I can't really say I ever got into coaches, but just the ones who I'm familiar with and grew to admire. I'd have to say Jimmy Johnson, Mike Leach,
Mike Lee.
and
I didn't even think about that one.
probably Phil Jackson.
That's what I would have said. Phil Jackson, Bill Belichick, and Joe Girardi. He was the coach for the Yankees
Uh-huh.
in all their times, at, like the 90s and 2000s when they won all those World Series. Those would be my top 3. Honorable mention, Mike Leach. My boy.
My honorable mention was Bill Parcells.
I didn't know Bill Belichick was under him, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys under him that are head coaches now. in the
No.
NFL.
Bill Parcells.
Yeah, Bill
He
Parcells.
was he was a coach at Tech at one time.
Was he really?
Mhm. Yeah.
Parcells?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Motherfucker, fact of the day. There you go.
Can you look that up and see what exactly he did? He was like a wide receivers coach
next
or
week
something
we're
like
gonna
that.
come with. Next week we're gonna come with
Leave it
our
to
top-
Bradley.
our top Tech graduates because
Top Tech.
He was a
75?
defensive coordinator.
75 to 77. Jesus Christ.
Brad.
Where's he from? He's
what
from
a
New Jersey.
What a
New
gym.
Jersey.
Damn, he was at Tech.
Dude, how come everything ties back to Lubbock somehow?
Always does. All roads lead to Lubbock.
Yep.
Always. You know who else went to Tech? Just throw it out there. Liver King.
The Liver King.
He went to Tech.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
A lot of
He's
people-
all natty, bruh. Don't care
now.
what
Now
anybody
he
says.
is. Now he is. Damn, I didn't know he went. Parcells was at Tech,
Yeah.
dude. there's
Defensive
so many-
coordinator.
Because during that time they won the Southwest Conference. Tech was really good at that time.
Dude, every time Bradley's like, oh, there's somehow a Lubbock connection with everybody. Motherfucker. That's so cool.
76. They won the Southwest
11 and
Conference.
2.
Spike Dykes.
Damn, they're kicking ass.
Damn, dude, that's so fucking cool. Well, Bradley, you got any top coaches you wanted to?
I gotta say Nick Saban. I mean, I don't like Alabama, but Nick Saban is the GOAT for sure. The OGs, Vince Lombardi, of course. Who else? Paul Bear Bryant is another OG, another Alabama coach. I'm trying to think who else. Wasn't Yogi Berra a coach?
Yeah,
Before-
but he after he played, he ended up
After
being a
he-
coach
yeah.
for them for a little bit.
So
But you don't really think of him like that.
Lou Holtz.
Lou Holtz.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
Another honorable mention, Popovich.
Yeah.
Spurs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Greg
He's
Popovich.
fucking
Hell yeah. Let's see. Chris Beard.
My boy. Come on the podcast, brother. You think? Yeah.
I got a guy, he's not really a coach, but he's somewhat of a leader. Bart Rager.
When you get out, come on the podcast, man.
I still love me some Mac Brown though.
I'll give it to him.
Oh yeah.
He's good. God, I'm feeling like a piece of shit right now that I don't know the Texas Tech baseball coach. I can't think of his name right now.
Ted.
Tadlock.
Tadlock.
Yeah.
Tadlock. God.
What's
he's
his first
good.
name?
Tim Tadlock.
Tim. Ted.
Tim Tadlock. He's really good too. But there you go.
There you have it, folks.
We'll see you guys next time.